Welcome into Crossville, the site of this District 7 AAA baseball matchup between the visiting Upperman Bees and the hosting Cumberland County Jets. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Joining the grandstands, my broadcast partner, Jacob Vinson. Today's broadcast is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Moments away from first pitch, Cumberland County has their ace going today. Eli Ostrander on the mound. The senior right-hander is going to face an Upperman lineup that'll bat 1 through 9 like this as you watch live on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Leading things off today is the pitcher, Chris Worsing. Batting second is Braden Green. Batting third, the third baseman, Carson Shoup. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Alec Wilson. Batting fifth is the right fielder, rookie Allison. Batting sixth is the shortstop, Juju Yano. Batting seventh, the catcher today, is Carson Holroyd. Batting eighth is the left fielder, Rylan Case. And rounding out the order is the left field, or center fielder rather, Evan Huddleston. I mentioned the senior ace on the mound for the Jets, Eli Ostrander. He's been really, really good this season, Jacob.
Yeah, he has, and he's coming off one of his best outings of the year against White County last Wednesday. All 7 innings, complete game shutout, just 1 hit allowed. Only walked 2 batters and 9 strikeouts on 92 pitches. 56 of those were strikes. So he's a guy that they have relied upon heavily here these last few seasons. He's had a great year this year, and for Cumberland County, they're playing for a good amount today on this one. If they win this one and possibly get a split with Upperman, it could really help secure the 2 seed coming up in the district tournament.
The Bees locked up the 1 seed by nature of their run roll victory a day ago over the Jets 12-0. A no-hitter for Alec Wilson on the mound for them. The Jets hoping for a different outcome today. A new look lineup for Wes Shanks as he flips 1 and 2. Chris Worsing climbs in for the first AB of the afternoon. And Ostrander's fastball misses up and in. He can run it up into the high 80s with that right-handed heat and breaks the curve or breaking ball off of it. He works quickly and right back in with the 1-0. Worsing sends this one up and out of play. The weather is very interesting. It's sunny. The wind was whipping into the ballpark, right into our faces pretty much the entire warm-up period. And now it's kind of swirled. It's just breezy now. It was gusting throughout as that one misses up and makes it 2-1.
Yeah, any fly ball today, no matter where it's hit, is going to be interesting. It's blowing hard in from right field, so going to be blowing back towards the Bees dugout up the third base line.
2-1, and Worsing sends this one through into right field, and that's why Wes Shanks made the change. Chris Worsing has been a base hit machine. He gets another one to lead off the game.
Yeah, and that ball was right on the screws on the barrel as well from Worsing. Right back up the middle, gets the leadoff batter aboard, and you're going to bring a courtesy runner on in Cody Lowe. So just like that, you've got a lot of speed on the base path.
It was early and often for the Bees a day ago. They hit 4 runs in the first inning, ended up with 12 runs on 13 hits to go along with the gem on the other side. So for the Jets, they're looking for a better start today. As Low as the runner for Worsing at first, and Eli Ostrander forced out of the stretch. A quick move over to the tag. Did he get him? No. Umpire thought about it a couple of times. It was a really good move. Lowe wasn't even looking at Ostrander, and the ball was there, but they'll say he's just back in time.
Yeah, he was still kind of getting ready, getting in his stance, and Ostrander trying to catch him off guard. Almost got him.
He's a heady player as Green shows bunt. It was the delayed steal, now a throw behind Lowe. He's barely back on the bag. Cody Lowe, a little bit of sleep on the base paths right now. The Jets trying to capitalize. Behind the dish, that's a nice throw by Eli Gloop as he throws down.
Yeah, and that got a bit of a stare down from Coach Shanks over there at the third base coach's box.
David Gloop. As I flip the 2 Gloops on my stat sheet, it's 2-0 here to Braden Green.
Yeah, obviously we saw Eli on the mound yesterday. David behind the plate. Same thing going today, except Ostrander out there. And Ostrander, he's missing high right now with some of his pitches.
Wind gust now swirling still. It's hard to even get a beat on it as that one misses a little bit up into Braden Green, and it's 3-0 with another very dangerous hitter, Carson Shoup, looming on deck for the Bees.
Yeah, and you mentioned how prolific they were yesterday. Those 4 runs across, another check, and that time Low paying attention over on first base, but just jumping on counts early on, aggressive, and they were getting a lot of strikes thrown to them as well and pitches that they could handle.
3-0 to Green. That one misses outside, ball 4, and it's a Nick's Restaurant walk in the Upperman offense, threatening early. Runners at first and second, and here comes Carson Shoup. He has been striping the baseball, hunting his first home run of the season. He's been very, very close, and Right now, he has a chance because the wind's blowing out.
Yeah, it depends on how that wind's going to blow. It's going to help him maybe a little bit because it is kind of blowing right towards that left field foul pole in maybe a tiny bit, but a little bit shorter of a park here as well at Cumberland County compared to Upperman.
Eli Ostrander's trying to settle in out there a little bit. It just seems a little bit off. We know once he locks in, he's absolutely lethal out there. Gloop lines up on the outside corner. Ostrander looks to find him and misses again, and now it's 5 straight balls from the senior righty.
And we were kind of talking with Coach Shanks before this game. When we talked about Ostrander, they were able to get on top of him in those first couple of innings last year here in Crossville and kind of get him out of there, and that was big getting into the bullpen for Cumberland County.
And Shoop goes chasing the high cheese. That was about to be ball 6 in a row. Instead, it's 1-1, and see if that helps Ostrander out there on the mound settle in. We're scoreless, just 3 hitters in, runners at first and second.
Well, and if he catches that one, he would have had his first home run of the season as well.
He's swinging for it. Glance back. Now that's a good pitch. Dots up the outside corner, and Ostrander's back in it now at 1-2.
Yeah, he's finally been able to bring it down a little bit. He's been missing high almost every single time. Goes outside that time and almost a check behind the runner, but no one holding him on.
Yeah, that's a balk.
Yeah,
no throw. And a little jump.
Coach Shanks is asking for time. He wants an explanation.
I don't blame him for it because I believe, and I'm no rule expert, we know that. I think that's close to one. I'm sure there's a nuance in there somewhere potentially.
Unless he wasn't on the mound.
You can step off, but the hop is where you could get into a little bit of trouble, but all good. Apparently 1-2. And the wind continues to gust. I'm sure you can hear it on the headset. And Shoop will turn this one into foul territory. That was well struck, and you actually saw it kind of catch a jet stream on its way out to the left field. And that was a hallmark yesterday. Upperman was tattooing baseballs all over the park in Baxter.
Yeah, that's where Gloop has had a lot of his success because he's usually in the zone, but a lot of them were hittable yesterday, and the Bees were able to put him down in gaps and away from the defenders.
Runners at first and second. Another 1-2 to Shoop, and we'll do it again. Good battle developing here in inning number 1. Petey, we're thinking about your brother, praying for you and your family. Hope to see you back in the ballpark soon. Young and I are going to tag team the stats a little bit, and we'll make it work. The peanut gallery won't be happy about it, but we'll figure it out.
There may be some arguments today.
1-2 again, coming home to Shoop. And he'll just flick this one. Could be an interesting play. Ostrander's going to take the smart route over to first. Both runners advance over 90 feet, but they get the first out of the inning, and it does set the table for Alec Wilson. What a day it was for him a day ago. A no-hitter on the mound, 3 for 3 at the plate. He climbs in here again. Yeah,
he had a tremendous day yesterday. I mean, he talked about it. You sent the text earlier. He actually had an immaculate inning in the top of the third, and we didn't even really realize it.
Apologies, because that's incredible. It's one of the rarest things in sports. 9 pitches, 3 strikeouts for Wilson in the third inning a day ago.
One of those was a strikeout looking on 3 straight strikes.
He goes hacking after the first pitch he sees, sends it back. The softball diamond is active as the Lady Jets are going to take on the White County Warriorettes in a little while. 0-1 for Alec Wilson, a senior versus senior battle. They've seen each other a lot, both ways. Wilson and Ostrander over the years. And that slider's ripped, and it's going to be a base hit. At least 1 scores for the Bees. Green gets to third. It bounces off the glove in left field, and it will be 2 across for Upperman. It's going to be an RBI single and then an error in left field.
And again, Alec Wilson continuing where he left off yesterday, 3 for 3, and able to rip it into the outfield and scores 1 run, and then obviously bounces off the glove, brings in that second run. Brain Green taking advantage. He was running hard the whole time, so he probably was going to score anyways. But a good start for the Bees, 2-0 already.
And now rookie Allison climbs in. First pitch is across for strike 1 on the outside corner. He ripped a triple a day ago. He's starting in right field, gets a little break from behind the plate. And now another throw, Wilson back in. Ostrander trying to catch him. 1 out here. It's 2-0 Bees already. A little reminiscent of what we saw a day ago.
Noted base stealing threat, Alec Wilson.
That was another well-struck ball for Wilson into left for another RBI. That time Allison able to take as it goes near the same spot, but a little bit more up and out.
And we've seen a few hits already for the Bees, but nothing up in the air yet, so we haven't seen the wind really play a factor. All of them have just been line drives about head level.
1-1. Allison sends this one on a ride into left field. That is well struck. Angling back. Good by baseball. Rookie Allison, a line drive shot over the left field fence.
And we just talked about it. Hadn't seen one up in the air. We finally do, and out to left field. Rookie Allison finds his first home run of the season, and we've been talking about it for these last couple of games. Chris Wersing, Carson Troop, Rookie Allison, they've all had some big flies. Finally able to get one to go over the fence. And just like that, 4-0, and the Bees on top.
Rookie Allison typically hitting for singles and doubles. He rips it there. The wind was helping a little bit, but that was a line drive shot. It just kind of took off out of here for the 2-run bomb. And it's all Bees again. Another 4-0 lead in the first inning in 7 AAA play.
Yeah, and that 4-0 yesterday, and still just one out.
And now it's Juju Yano at the plate. And a 1-0 count. That one bounces in, and it's 2-0. Yano, their own state signee, as is his teammate who just hit that home run, Rookie Allison. 2-0. Yano sends this one up and out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike to the senior. Interesting when we see him back on the mound. He got the win on Saturday. The Bees are pretty heavy favorite on Thursday against Station Camp. Oh, and that's a frame job and a half like Luke behind the plate. Gets the call, and that's a big get-even call, 2-2.
That's a generous one.
Now the slider gets Yano swinging, coming up empty. The first punch out for Eli Ostrander as he tries to rally back. Carson Holroyd will climb in, and that one's going to sting Juju a little bit. Probably should have been 3-1 on that pitch.
Yeah, and but that's the pitch that you got to throw to Yano. That's the one he struggles with, that outside breaking ball.
And now Ostrander, savvy veteran, going right back to that one. Fastball, 0-1.
Yeah, he's getting the call, so you might as well keep going back to it.
We saw Alec Wilson do that a day ago, pounding the outside corner over and over and over again. Okay. It's getting a little absurd. 0-2. That was other batter's box, the 0-2. Now that one misses up and out, 1-2.
Maybe the front corner or the plate? Maybe?
How far is that corner? Where does that corner start? Holroyd awaits the 1-2. That one lowered outside, 2-2. A big inning. Ostrander rallying back as you would expect. A lot of baseball still to be played. Jets are going to get an opportunity, and this could have a day full of chaos. The 2-2. Holroyd fouls it back with the wind swirling as it is. Wouldn't surprise you at all if this is one of those days which has multiple errors on the stat sheet at the end, because it's not going to be easy to catch fly balls.
Hadn't been any opportunities for him yet. Obviously 2 line drives and then the line drive shot over the fence. So
2-2, great slider right across. Best pitch of the inning for Eli Ostrander as he retires the side with back-to-back punch-outs, but not before. A 2-run shot over the left field fence pushes an Upperman lead to 4-0. Chris Wersing has the ball for the Bees when we return. This is high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Welcome back. The Jets looking to match what their opponents just did. A 4-0 start for the Bees, and it's the sophomore right-hander Chris Wersing on the mound for his first district start of the season. He's going to face a Jets lineup that bats 1 through 9 like this. Leading things off is the center fielder, Titus Ostrander. Batting second is the left fielder, Ryder Myers. The pitcher, Eli Ostrander, bats third. He'll be followed up by the third baseman, Connor Hankins. Batting fifth is the first baseman, Isaiah Shelton. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Caleb Hahn. Batting seventh, the DH, Eli Gloop. Batting eighth, the catcher, David Gloop. And rounding out the lineup is the right fielder, Rylan Burnett. For Chris Worsing, he's been really good this season, especially lately. He's been a lot better than his overall stats would indicate, Jake.
Yeah, coming off the loss against a very good Watertown team, and it was just the one inning. The 4 runs that came across, and remember the couple of bunt singles.
His defense has let him down.
Yeah, a single up the middle, but he's had good numbers. A 3.07 ERA. He's 3-3 on the year, 29 2/3, 33 strikeouts, 12 walks, and just 12 earned runs allowed.
First pitch is a fastball that misses up and in to Titus Ostrander. A lot of baseball to go for the Jets. Can they get a few back? The first inning defensively has been a soft spot for the Bees this year. As Worsing rips that slider across for a strike, 1-1 for Worsing, being in the mid to upper 80s. He did touch 90 in his last outing. And then he has the slider off of it. And he pumps that fastball right down Main Street. He goes ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes of Titus Ostrander.
Yeah, he got a little ticked off in their last game against Watertown. He was hitting 87 and then pumped it all the way up to 90.
1-2, that one. Close, but maybe a little down, 2-2. And for Worsing, he's going to be in the 90s, certainly in his junior season.
Yeah.
That velo's taking up. You can see him filling out the frame as well. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed. And it's Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Worsing to open his outing. Ryder Myers will climb in with a bunch of speed and good pop in the bat and try to become a base runner for the Jets.
That's a good pitch for Worsing. That's where he was trying to go when it was called ball 2. He just missed low, tries to elevate the fastball. So if you're throwing upper 80s up to 90, it's going to be really tough to catch up to. Obviously, you got to deal with the wind as well. And a good first strikeout, and that breaking ball just a little bit up.
Carson Holroyd's catching the balls and strikes today for the Bees. Alec Wilson at first, Braden Green at second, Carson Shoops at third, and Juju Yano is at short. Here comes the 1-0 from Worsing. That one got him swinging at the high cheese. 1-1. Out in left field is Rylan Case, and right is Rookie Allison, and Evan Huddleston man center. Still no Justin Fallon, although it does seem like he's inching closer and closer to a return to at least the batting order. And now that fastball goes down in the zone. Myers comes up empty, and it's 1-2.
Well, and we saw the Jets yesterday very patient, and you couldn't be against Alec Wilson. Seems like they've changed the approach a little bit today, a little bit more aggressive with their swings.
Worsing knows what he wanted to throw. Let's see what it is. It's the heater, and that one ricochets maybe a couple of times. Everybody's okay, I believe.
They got caught the bottom part of the mask, fortunately.
Yep. It's a dangerous place to be behind the plate. Worsing's ready to go. Here comes another 1-2 to Myers. Got him swinging and missing again. Another Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. That a little bit above the belt fastball has got the last 2 hitters.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to keep swinging at it, they've swung at it 3 or 4 times already. Keep going back to the well. We saw Alec Wilson working the outside part of the plate yesterday, obviously mixing in the breaking ball. It's been the elevated fastball early on for Chris Worsing.
Here's the top bat in the order. Eli Ostrander climbs in, trying to help his own cause. First pitch sliders across for strike 1. Worsing has the goods early on in this one.
Yeah, and we saw some generous calls in the first top half of the first, and it's consistent.
Hey, if it's going to be a wide zone, it's going to be a wide zone. Here comes the 0-1. Right back to it. That's not a wide. That's right down Main Street. And it's 0-2. Worsing ahead again, trying to put up a big first inning of work. Again, he knows what he wants to throw. Holroyd gives him the sign. Slider again, and he caught it. Wow, it was foul tipped, and Carson Holroyd caught it against the pad. He's a little bit shaken up, but that's a great play by the catcher, and it is striking out the side for Chris Worsing in inning number 1. We head to the second in a 4-0 ball game. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Four to 0 Bees, and it was as dominant of a first inning as you're going to find. 4 across in the top half, and then Chris Worsing strikes out the side in the bottom half. So that sets the stage for Eli Ostrander. He's got to bring the goods. He'll face off against 8-9-1 in the Upperman order, and he's got to keep it right where it is when you see how that guy on the other side is throwing.
Yeah, and obviously the Bees seem like they're kind of rolling over what they had going yesterday. I think it was 13 or 14 hits on the day yesterday in just 5 innings, or 4 innings actually, because they didn't play the bottom of the 5th. And so they've continued to do that today. Rookie Allison gets his first career home run at the varsity level, and a 4-0 start already. And again, 8-9-1 with Evan Huddleston back in that 9 spot. Very dangerous part of this lineup for Upperman.
There's been quite a few of these players for the Bees who've been flirting with home runs, and they finally get one for Allison. The wind still blowing a little bit out to left. First pitch across to the freshman Rylan Case is a fastball for strike 1, and that's where Ostrander needs to be. Get ahead with the fastball, and he makes the breaking stuff off of it. And he tries to do just that and gets the swing and a miss, and this is when he's at his best, 0-2.
Yeah, and he was trying to go outside on that fastball. It goes over the inside part of the plate, and Case let it go by.
0-2 slider, check swing, he offered at it. Now it's a foot race, and Rylan Case is going to be safe on the wild pitch. So give a strikeout to Ostrander, but Rylan Case will reach first on the check swing as it got into the dirt and popped up away from the catcher and the third baseman.
Yeah, and that's just really unfortunate for Ostrander because he got what he wanted. He got him to swing at the breaking ball in the dirt, just unable to keep it in front with gloop, and didn't realize how far it caromed over. And another check over. We saw Ostrander be pretty aggressive in checking over to first base in that first inning.
He's got a great move.
Yeah.
Here's Evan Huddleston, the senior, trying to flip the lineup over here as the Bees look for more. First pitch misses a little bit up, and for the Jets, they entered this as the all-alone 2 seed in 7 AAA, and they could find themselves in a very different position as Stone Memorial's tied it up, both at 4-3 in district play. Yes. A Stone win tonight and a CC loss tonight would flip it, and being the 2 seeds big because you're on the other side of the bracket from the team that has mowed through District 7 AAA. These Bees, only 2 teams make it out of the district tournament. That's very valuable.
And Stone Memorial got a huge win last night against DeKalb County, 7-6. They've had some tight ones this year, and obviously big to tie Cumberland County at second in the district so far.
Slider dips away. It's a tough take. A good pitch from Ostrander, but it's ball 2.
Yeah, it started right over the middle, and you said it. Huddleston tracking it the whole way. Just let it go by.
Case is at first, takes his lead, staying put for now. That pitch misses up, and it's 3-0 to Huddleston with the big bats looming. Chris Worsing and Braden Green in the hole.
Yeah, and if you're Ostrander, you feel like you got to get these couple of outs right here, not get back to the meat of the lineup for the Bees, who really tore you up in the first inning.
They did turn 2 a day ago. Would love to do it here. Red light special as he puts the fastball right down Main Street for strike 1.
Always tough to take, but obviously when you see 3 balls, you have to. No outs in the inning.
There's one guy in the lineup who's allowed to swing at that, and he's not playing today. Case takes his lead over at first. Ostrander trying to rally back. The 3-1. Good pitch, and now here we go. 3-2, full count.
Yeah, good battle back here. Goes right down the middle on 3-0. Now on the outside part of the plate, and now you got to check again, trying to catch Case off guard over there, but he's paying attention.
He's kind of just looking down towards the catcher, and all of a sudden, whoop, throwing back behind you over at first. Case takes a healthy lead. He may be going and leaning. Payoff pitch home, misses. Ball 4. Nick's Restaurant walk. Second of the day for Ostrander. Huddleston at first, Case at second. Plenty of speed for the Bees, and here comes Chris Worsing, who hit a single, and his runner came around to score back in the first.
Yeah, and he absolutely ripped it right back up the middle. And if he does that here, it's going to be scoring a run.
Infield in at the corners for the Jets, but could see a bunt potentially, but probably going to swing away, and he will, and he'll bounce this one into foul territory, 0-1. And if the Jets want a chance today, they got to find a way to get some outs right here.
Yep. Yeah, starting right now.
Ostrander into Worsing. Slider. That one sent on a ride into left field, and it will drop for a base hit. Runners had to wait to tag. Case rounds third. He will score. It's an RBI single for Chris Worsing, and it's 5-0 for the Upperman Bees.
He is just Mr. Consistent. Got a breaking ball over the middle part of the plate, able to handle it and put it into the outfield almost all the way to the fence. Chris Worsing already 2 for 2 with a couple of singles, helping himself out on the mound and drives in another.
Cody Lowe going to come on and run again for Worsing. For Chris Worsing, that's RBI number 16 on the campaign.
Tied with Juju Yano.
Braden Green climbs in. He walked, came around to score. First pitch. Called a strike, 0-1.
Been consistent.
It's a wide zone. It's a large one. That's okay. We're going to go home early. If it's a wide zone, no problem. But you're going to have to make that adjustment at the plate. Ostrander went right back to it. Gets it again, and it's 0-2.
Yeah,
and for Green, you can't touch that.
No, well, that time the breaking ball on the outside part, so it looks like it's going to miss away the whole time. And then right at the last second, breaks just enough to get in and catch a piece.
And that's where Ostrander can go, even though it's a righty-lefty matchup. Keep it as far away as possible. 2 on, nobody out. That one misses upstairs to Green, little waste pitch.
Yeah.
So drop third strike really on a wild pitch. Case head down to first. Then Huddleston walked in the RBI single for Worsing. Here we are, a 5-0 game still in the second. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Ostrander to Green. Went with the sidearm action, and he got it. Called strike 3. Nice pitch. It's the third punch out for Eli Ostrander.
Yeah, how about that? You dropped the arm angle in the middle of your outing, and it worked well. It broke at the last second. Catches that outside part of the plate. A really, really good pitch there and a big one for Ostrander.
Carson Shoup grounded out his first plate appearance, and see if that gives some confidence for Ostrander. That's tough to do right there. Now back in his normal arm slot. Comes up empty on that one, misses outside.
That kind of slows it down a little bit as well, but again, it just kind of throws off the batters in it. And right now, you're down 5-0. You got to do something.
And Shoup sends this one way up into the air. The wind has died down. That should help. Ranging under it in center and making the catch. Runner tags up, heading for third, and he is safe. Evan Huddleston moves up. That's a nice job for Titus Ostrander in center to make the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, and a good job. And a good job by Evan Huddleston as well, taking advantage, realizing it was deep enough. He's got plenty of speed, so moves up to third base. And now Alec Wilson, who ripped one his first time up, has another opportunity here with 2 outs.
Shoup steals a sacrifice out of that. He gets it into center. Runners at the corners for Alec Wilson. He had an RBI single back in the first inning, came around to score a run. Just one across for the Bees. After the way the inning started, that could be a momentum builder for the Jets if they're able to get out of this here. Easier said than done with this hitter in. Ostrander's first pitch. That's it on a ride for Alec Wilson. Angling back to the wall and gone. Goodbye, baseball. Alec Wilson, have yourself a series, a 3-run jack over the left field fence.
I mean, my goodness, and he knew it. He was watching it the whole way, gave a little bit of a bat flip afterwards, and what a shot by Alec Wilson. We said there were going to be some opportunities today, a little bit shorter of a park, and the wind blowing out as well, and a big fly for Alec Wilson.
Big Al with a big fly out of here in Crossville, and the game has broken open for the Bees. So how about Alec Wilson getting his first home run and rookie Allison getting his first home run, and here's rookie back in again. And not momentum, we talked about it. It's back on the left side of the ballpark for the visitors. First pitch sent over towards short. It's bobbled. Still time. Throw to first is not there. And that's going to be an error in the infield for Cumberland County. Rookie Allison reaches. He did the job, barreled it up. Just a little bobble over there at short, and now Juju Yano climbs in.
And I think one of the biggest differences you're seeing from yesterday's hits to today's hits, obviously you're seeing the deep fly balls today, more velocity on the arm today as well from Ostrander compared to Gloop yesterday. So the balls are going to be hit a little bit further.
Now Alec Wilson has 4 RBIs today. He's up to 16, and they will say he got him diving back in.
That's a really bad call.
They call out.
I mean, that wasn't
He
even
wasn't.
close.
It was not, but it is out number 3. We will head to the break after, wow, 4 more runs come across for the Bees to make it 8-0. Don't go anywhere.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back. It's all Bees as we head to the bottom of the second. Chris Worsing's got a lot of run support, 8-0, and it has been the long ball. Alec Wilson with a 3-run shot in the second. Rookie Allison had a 2-run bomb in the first, and it is all Upperman trying to cruise to 8-0 in district play.
Well, we mentioned it. The weather was going to play a factor today, and it absolutely has. Obviously, the park is a little bit shorter here in left field as well, and the Bees have taken advantage. You put it up in the jet stream, you let the wind take care of the rest. And a couple of big swings by both rookie Allison and Alec Wilson.
Chris Worsing struck out the side. That's not going to happen here as this one's flipped over. Yano able to range, and the throw is offline. And that'll be an error in the infield for the Bees. It was a tough play, but Yano got there. Not sure if his feet just slipped out for under him or what, but Hankins reaches first in the Jets. They're trying to scrape some across. Isaiah Shelton will climb in now.
And that's a really tough play because it's off the end of the bat. It's got a ton of spin on it going right back up the middle, but it's not going very fast. Yano has to charge onto it and make a perfect throw, just unable to do so.
And now the wind is gusting significantly, right to left across your screen, right across our faces here. First pitch, called a ball, 1-0. And the last play of that inning was weird. Apologies. There was a throw behind, a pickoff move. No question rookie Allison was on the bag, and they called him out. So that's why I was a little bit perplexed. 2-0 now here to Isaiah Shelton. Hankins takes his lead over at first. Worsing out of the stretch for the first time. And that one called a strike, 2-1.
That was a very, very similar spot as the first two.
Thought that one was worse.
I did too, actually.
Now a throw over. He is safe.
Are we sure?
I waited. Got to take a beat. Always take a beat. Young broadcasters, take a beat. 2-1, slider.
Wow.
That's sick. 2-2. That's nasty on the breaking ball for Chris Worsing.
Yeah, and he's sitting in there, Shelton, thinking he's going to take that in the elbow, and it just breaks off into the zone.
2-2. Fastball. This one's chopped up the middle. Worsing has only one throw to make, and he will make it over to first. Wilson throws behind the runner at second. The Bees are trying to get one back out there. But Shelton does the job, moves the runner over into scoring position. It'll bring up Caleb Hahn.
And that's something they weren't able to do yesterday. Obviously, just the one base runner yesterday reaching on the error in the 5th inning. And they're able to get it here in the second, and a runner in scoring position for the first time against the Bees.
First pitch to Hahn. That breaking ball is really cooking for Chris Worsing. 0-1. Starts in on about the elbow and just dives down into the zone. Kind of a 10-4 action if you're on the clock. I called it a slider. It's really more of a curveball for Chris, and he's back across again, and it's 0-2. All these kids, they all prefer it to be called something different. It's like a slurve, whatever.
Yeah.
It's got some horizontal
Sweeper.
movement. Yeah. And this little excuse me swing will keep Hahn in the AB.
Who was it last year that called it a breaking pitch?
That's Wyatt Curtis.
Yeah.
Yes, he said it's not. He said it's not a slider. I said, what is it? He said it's a breaking pitch. I said, that's not a thing, Wyatt. It's
got to be something.
It's 0-2. Worsing kicks and deals. Fastball right down Main Street. The fourth Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout of the day for Chris Worsing.
Yeah, and it's back-to-back days where the Bees pitching staff has been really, really solid. And what a luxury it is to have Alec Wilson, Juju Yano, and now the emergence of Chris Worsing, who again is just a sophomore.
Eli Gloop will climb in. He's the DH today. Got a runner at second, trying to put it in play and get back in it one at a time in an 8-0 game. First pitch right there for strike one.
And we saw the Jets be really aggressive in the first inning, a little bit more patient here in this second frame.
Been a long time since they put one in play against the Bees. That one a little bit out. Holroyd tried to frame it up 1-1.
And that wind is just...
It is the definition of swirling.
Yeah.
It's changing directions all the time. And we saw one fly ball in the last inning where it stopped in midair. That one bounces hard off the backstop here. It's that even stone backstop here. And it went right back to Holroyd. And now a base is being given to Gloop. That pitch did not hit Eli Gloop.
No.
That ball did not even approach hitting David Gloop. And he was given first base. So now it's runners at first and second for David Gloop. And it wasn't even close. Just saw it on the camera. Wasn't even close. It was a foot away from touching him as it came across.
Some interesting calls today.
That one did not come out clean, and the runners start to look and will retreat back.
Yeah, and you mentioned the backstop. It's obviously not a big one, and now Coach Shanks is just going to go calm down.
Jake was about to have to do play-by-play today. My blood pressure is rising. I haven't had a good freak out in a while. When was the last freak out I had? I don't even remember. It's been a while.
Probably basketball.
The Tullahoma Region Championship game.
Yeah.
Absolutely the last freak out I had, yeah. I came unglued at that one. And I was proven correct.
Yep.
Majorly.
Sometimes we know what we're talking about.
I know that didn't hit Eli Gloop. I'm 100% sure on that one. Here's David, though, with a big opportunity. 8-0 game. You hit a long ball here. You're back in it. You're the Jets. And whatever Wes Shanks said apparently got through because the fastball is right there, 1-1.
Yeah, and a good job just to go calm him down. Obviously, he's got the 2 outs. Now he's got the strike as well. You get the strikeout, you're out of it. Get a ground ball, and you're out of it. That's kind of the conversation. We're about to lose the flag out in left field.
Oh, my. You are not kidding. It's flying. The top tether has come undone out there on the American flag in left field.
Tie down.
A 1-1 pitch coming to David Gloop. 2-on for the Jets. Called a strike. The Jets fans groan, and they're not wrong. It is now 1-2.
Justin Fallon, a big cheer in the Bees dugout, realizing where that was.
Runners take a healthy lead, and then Worsing trying to get out of the inning. Here comes the 1-2.
That's the same exact pitch. I mean, it's not a strike, but
2-2. Playing bingo today.
Yeah.
Curveball. 3-2. Full count. Gloop trying to load the bases for Rylan Burnett, who's on deck here for the Jets. Here comes the 3-2. Fastball. This one's barreled out in the left. It will get down. Case is to it. Coach Thompson sending him, but he will stay put. And that's probably a good decision out there for Hankins. And now the bases are loaded for the Jets. It's their first base hit of the series. David Gloop sends the 3-2 pitch into left. Bases juice for Rylan Burnett.
Yeah, that's a big one. Load the bases now with 2 outs, and Again, still a force out anywhere for Worsing, but the first hit for the Jets against the Bees and struck well out to left.
First hit in 7 innings for the Cumberland County Jets, and they got a big opportunity here, but it is the 9-hole. Burnett kind of half swings at that one, comes up empty. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and if you're Worsing, you got to attack him. That's exactly what he did there with the elevated fastball.
Big time batter on deck with Titus Ostrander. Fastball right there. It is a strike. 0-2. For Worsing, he's trying to limit the threat right here and strand the bases loaded. 8-0 game. Here comes the 0-2. Got him swinging and missing at that one. It's a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout, and the sophomore Chris Worsing does strand the bases loaded. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 3 left on for the Jets. We head into the third in an 8-0 ball game. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Turf Masters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turf Masters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Eight to 0 Upperman as we head to the third. The Jets threaten for the first time in this series. Got the bases loaded with 2 outs, but a big 3-pitch strikeout for Chris Worsing against Rylan Burnett ends the threat in the bottom half of the second. Now it is 6, 7, 8 due up for the Bees. Yano, Holroyd, and Case